investors.
Hi, hello and welcome to the Process Over Profit podcast. I'm Jack Fleming here with Ed Coulbourn.
That's right. What's up, Jack? How you doing today?
I'm good. We're at the Prestige Homes Worldwide Recording Studio.
I like it. Yep. A little Step Brothers humor there for you, for anybody that doesn't know.
Yeah, but before we jump into it, we're going to take a quick sponsor break. And that's it. We don't have any sponsors yet.
That's right.
But so basically
I'm going to move this right here so I can not look at the screen and see you too.
Yeah.
Hey guys, this is our first one, so y'all gonna have to deal with it. There we go. Now it's like we're looking at each other and looking at the screen.
Yeah.
Cool.
So basic gist of the podcast is to talk with other business owners, entrepreneurs, different people in the marketing world, because I do professional marketing, and just learn from them, learn from life experiences, just talk with the community, and learn from the community. So our first guest is Ed, and I work out of his office over near Castle Hayne, North Carolina.
Yep, 2619 North College Road, right beside Wade's Barbershop. Finally got our sign up a little bit, so certainly feel free to stop by and see either one of us any day of the week. One of us is usually here.
Yeah, we're known for working really hard. I mean, you're here really early in the morning sometimes, you just moved down to Kona Beach, so your commute is a little longer now.
Yeah, it's a little depressing driving 50 minutes each way, but it's okay. We're getting there. It should be short-lived, though.
Yeah.
It's more like a vacation than it is a relocation. So, we're selling our house. We just sold our rental house a few weeks ago, getting ready to get our other house on the market. We're renting a house in Curry Beach, but we love this North Wilmington area. That doesn't mean we won't help people down the beach, but we love it up here. We miss it up here, and we'll be living in Castle Hayne here come December.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, Jack, tell me a little bit about how you found me. How did we stumble across each other?
Yeah, so I started my marketing company back in January of this year. Crazy year to start a company. I think, honestly, any year is crazy to start a company because starting a company in itself is crazy.
Right.
Being an entrepreneur is crazy. But from the get-go, I started in a co-working space. Then I was in another office. It didn't work out because of COVID. And then I was looking for another spot that wasn't my house. I
get it.
Literally a couple other roommates. And so it's just loud in there. And
how are you? 24?
I'm 23.
23. Yeah. So you live with some
I live with some other college buddies. Yeah.
And I can relate to that. I have 3 kids and we homeschool. So I have to have an office.
I mean, I wouldn't call my roommates kids, but they're
I don't
know. But I just needed some spot that was more quiet than my house and somewhere I could really focus on business, somewhere I could literally drive to. It's more of a mindset thing that you're going somewhere to do work.
Yes.
And you need
to separate.
And also a business address too.
Separate the day from work from family, work from fun, work from entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I get it. I do the same thing. I need a place to go. For sure. Crawling down into the home office doesn't work half the time. So.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, dude. All right. So we met on social media, right?
Yeah. So I posted to Facebook.
Yeah.
I think it was on just the Wilmington General Forum, just looking for help out. Honestly, just help from other people in the community, looking for business offices. I did visit a few others.
Yeah.
But there were some of them were in my budget, some were out of my budget. So I was just debating between people and location and cost.
Yeah, man, and I think I made it a sweet deal for you to stay here and do some great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we do. That's work. I'm not in a position of need right now. So you remind me of myself when I was your age, and I had some handouts. I wouldn't say handouts, and you didn't seem like a kid looking for a handout. So, I'm just glad it worked out.
I mean, I'm appreciative of handouts.
We're sitting here today doing this because of it. So, it's what my coach Hank says. He says, you help enough people get what they want, you get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm excited that you're here. It's given me some company because you may or may not know this, but I rented this big office space back in January, pre-COVID, when I had 4 buyer agents and a full-time admin sitting right here in this space. And then I started coaching with the movement and 36 to Life and realized I didn't particularly enjoy owning or having or being a part of a team. So I gently loved everyone off the team, and we got back to just selling real estate myself, doing less deals and having more fun and enjoying it again. And so I have all this extra office space. I've got 5 cubicles and my office in a conference room and this podcast area, and it worked out good for you. Being able to have a place to drop in and relax and been able to bounce off of each other a little bit. So thank you for choosing here. I appreciate that. I think this is a good
to see where it goes.
This is a good situation here for the two of us.
For what, 2 months already? I think it's been almost
since July.
So almost 3 months.
2.5 months, yeah, 3 months in the middle of October.
It's surprisingly gone by quick. I would think during COVID that time would just seem a lot slower, but I know with real estate, at least you've been busy, and I know a lot of the other realtors I know they've been
it's been wild. And the good thing is I never really slowed down during COVID, so I stayed slammed through COVID, and then because of the coaching I'm in, and because of leaning into some other things like selling 2 houses and moving, and leaning into coaching a little bit and attraction for EXP and different things like that. I am selling less real estate right now than normal for me this time of year. However, by picking up coaching clients with residual income and attracting agents to EXP with rev share, the income is all right there where it should be, and the income's getting easier because of it. So COVID's been interesting, to say the least. So Jack, tell me a little bit about what you do. What do you do, and how do you make it work for people?
Yeah, so I guess I can just go back to college for me. I came to UNCW to want to study film and entrepreneurship, but I quickly switched to marketing strategy and entrepreneurship, mainly just because they're in business. Our business school is really good, and just the connections behind that. Everyone needs to know business no matter what your major. I think there are a few skills like sales, negotiating, to name a few that everyone needs to know, whether you're in a doctor or what I do. And I help mainly realtors and other people create content. I do some web design, social media management.
You do some logo
work. Yeah. So I do a lot. And so it has its benefits in that I'm still like learning things in some aspects, but also I'm good at some other things.
Yeah, so you're a jack of all marketing.
Literally, yeah. So it's interesting running a full service marketing firm just by myself, and so it's me, giving my clients my phone number directly, and they can literally text me at 10 p.m. at night.
That's powerful.
Wanting something, and I'm able to do it because one, I focus on business, and two, that's I run a customer service agency that focuses on marketing.
And didn't you just get a drone?
I did just get a drone. Yeah.
Yes.
So always pushing more capital into business growth. And it's definitely a big part of what I can do now and offer more services to.
Yeah, I'm excited about getting you to do some work for us for sure as we go. But yeah, all right. Well, I mean, that's awesome. I see why we're here. What can I tell you? What questions do you have for me today?
Well, honestly, just a little bit more about you. I know you mentioned a lot about real estate recently, but how did you get into that? I know you're a business coach as well, and you have a bit of background in barbecue, as you can see the trophies.
Yes, it's about half of them. So they're around, and that's where all this came from. So, for Matt Plummer, Hank Haven, Peter Weller, you guys, this is going to look very different in 12 months. So
I'll hold you to it.
Well, you'll be number 4 holding me to it. That'd be awesome. So I got a lot of good support around me. We're going to get this off. I'm already down 40 pounds from where I was. So good Lord, I was big. And so it's nice. I'm a lot more comfortable here at 230, but we're going to get on down to 185. So yeah, a little bit about me. Graduated from UNC Chapel Hill in 2002, spring of 02. Go Hills, baby. Something, very interesting about that time of graduation was first class after 9/11. Okay. So the job market was shot. I thought I was going into consulting work in the city somewhere, and everybody said, we'll call you back in a year. We don't know what's happening. So we kind of came home and started studying for law school, took my real estate class, fell in love with it, popped a little real estate deal, made a little money. Thanks to my pops, he helped me kind of see the light with real estate, and man, it just kind of took off from there. I was young, aggressive, and basically In 2006, I launched my first 3 years in real estate, 03, 04, 05,
Mm-hmm.
came out of the gate swinging $4 or $5 million a year in sales by myself, had no idea what I was doing, was not servicing my clients to a high level, was one and done in them, selling a house, moving to the next person, no retention, no lead generation, just what was in front of me today. The market was so good. There were times I had people lined up, sitting 4 or 5 people deep outside my office, waiting to come in, purchase a house from what they saw on the computer,
Mm-hmm.
make the offer, and then go see it after they were under contract.
That's
how wild it was in
That's
03,
crazy.
04, 05 in the run up. So in 06, I launched an ERA franchise. We dropped $250,000 into it, lost everything over the next couple of years, foreclosed on. First person to do a short sale in the Outer Banks. One of the first people to get foreclosed on in many years on the Outer Banks. So we're always ahead of the curve because we're aggressive. We're early adopters, so we're always ahead of the curve, good or bad. And so started cooking pigs under my house. We lived on pilings and started cooking pigs, and everybody just freaked out and loved it.
Mm-hmm.
And so started doing some under the table caterings for people and making a living that way. Started winning barbecue competitions in 2008. And over the next couple of years, we just slowly put together a business plan, moved to Wilmington, and opened Poor Piggy's Barbecue. First 3 years were a complete struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Worked 90-hour weeks. I remember, Jack, coming home at 9, 10 o'clock at night, laying down on the floor beside my kids in their bed, holding their hand and falling asleep singing them songs. That's how tired I was.
That's hard work right there.
It's hard work. And so we got a knack for it. We built the business. We started traveling, obviously. We've been all over the country and won barbecue awards all the way up to Canada and back. Won the Super Bowl of Rib Fest in Canada, dropped the mic, retired, came back into real estate in 16. And here we are.
Well, that proves how important product and social proof is. So you built, your service was creating good barbecue. And so, you're giving people delicious food, but also you're winning awards. And so you're building your business because of word of mouth and people liking your food, but also, hey, like you're an award-winning pitmaster.
Right. So I have the hardware to back it up.
Yeah. And that's important with a lot of businesses too, is social proof and product and / service quality.
It absolutely is. And that leads me into how I run my real estate business now compared to how I used to.
Mm-hmm.
So now I fully focus on my past clients. I spend no energy generating new clients. I only take care of my past clients. I've got about 130 or 40 closings in the last 5 years here. I average 30 to 40 a year, so maybe even a few more. But then you've got to account for the people that move out of town and don't relocate here.
Mm-hmm.
And so literally I take them barbecue at the first of the year. I throw parties for them when we don't have COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I call them and check on them after hurricanes. Anything they need, I go help them cut trees down, whatever. Because I believe that if you take care of the people that have taken care of you, that they will give you everything you need is right in front of you with
Mm-hmm.
the people you've already served.
Mm-hmm.
How frustrating is it when you go drive around and you see a Verizon sign or an oil change place and it says new customer promo?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I've been that customer for years. Like I don't get a better phone deal because I've been your customer for years. So we look backwards to connect the dots instead of forward.
That's definitely different than a lot of other realtors and just business owners. I know what they do. I know since I work with people who do marketing, I'm marketing to general public for people, and it's literally hitting cold markets.
Yeah, that's no fun. That's a lot of energy and a lot of money.
It's a lot of energy and a lot of money.
It's no fun.
And it's surprising for a lot of people that the mixture between branding and marketing is you could be branding and run an ad and, not get sales from it necessarily, but it's just the local people seeing your face and seeing your business, and it could take time.
And if you service those people that are your past clients, at least I've found they call me religiously with their referrals.
Mm-hmm.
Same for any business. If you take care of the people that you're already in a relationship with, how much easier is that than going out and making new relationships?
Oh, it's so much easier.
So much easier.
People just like you as a human being more too.
Yes. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Take care of the people that take care of you.
Yeah.
So, well, cool, man.
I think how realtors run business is a lot different than a lot of other people too, though, and that, you talk with a lot of your businesses and referrals, like I see you giving business cards to literally everyone who walks in the door.
That's right.
What fire marshal walked in,
Yes.
literally
right.
everyone, and that's part of real estate.
That's
is
lead. That's
connections
human
and
lead generation. That's real life lead generation, interacting with humans, not just cold calling.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe 1 out of 100 of those will ever work out, but that's one.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's will sustain in real estate for the future? I mean, obviously real estate's doing really, really well right now.
Sure.
Do you think that way of marketing and branding yourself, it will continue in the future? I'm hoping a lot of people do obviously more social media stuff. There's TikTok, a lot of now more digital.
Social media. Just so you know, I used to not, but I do now. But yes, I do believe that even with social media, you don't have to go out and create new business. You can take care of the people. Like all of my past clients are in past client friend list where I can speak directly to them if I want to do something. So even with social media, again, it's not so much focus on new people, it's focusing on the people you already know.
Yeah.
So that's just an easier way to touch them than picking up the phone every time. So absolutely, social media is a big part of it. As far as that human interaction, I think social media is human interaction also if you do it right. But as far as that day-to-day interaction, I think there will always be a place for that in the industry. I know we're going to digital. I work for EXP, work with EXP Realty, which is a first virtual brokerage to ever come about. Yeah. This is our brick and mortar. EXP doesn't own brick and mortar. And that's been a big reason for why I've gotten where I've gotten in the short time recently. However, I don't believe that human touch, that feel, that, hey man, how you doing? I don't think that'll ever go away. I think that'll always be there. I think
even with COVID,
with the right situation. And you and I are around each other every day. That's why we're not social distancing. We both know we don't have any symptoms.
Yeah, it could burn on your family too.
Or we'd be wearing masks, but it's just us in this office. Our door stays closed most of the time. We're really appointment only, aren't we? I mean, like we don't allow people in the office randomly.
Yeah, I don't really have walk-ins. Most of what I do is digital.
So a lot of what I do is digital, but the digital is the compound effect of the human element of it. So to me, it's like a part of the triangle of what makes it work. And I don't know what the third point is, but I know human interaction, digital, and then I guess just doing what you say you'll do when you say you'll do it is probably the third point that I would go with. So yeah, I do think that being friendly, when has being friendly ever hurt you?
Never. Kindness never is going to hurt anyone.
Being friendly and being kind is never going to hurt anyone. So
to an extent, like I don't know why I'm bringing this up, but like you can be too kind and maybe hurt someone's you're hurting your own self-esteem
and hurt yourself. But also you can be enabling. You can help someone when you shouldn't. And there is a lesson to be learned in not giving people what they want necessarily. But that's what goes back to what we were talking about earlier with a hand up versus a hand out. So giving someone a hand up is helping them up. A hand out is they're going to squander that.
Yeah.
So there's a big difference.
It's the old proverb. What was it? Teach a man to fish and he can fish for a lifetime.
That's right.
You're giving him a fish.
That's right. So,
but we'll take a quick break. Make sure to follow us on Facebook, and we're live on Facebook and YouTube right now. But make sure to do that to stay updated. This is going to be a weekly, even more than weekly podcast. I know we're trying to meet weekly to do this, but also I'm trying to talk with other people too. So it's going to be even more than weekly, which is sweet.
Yeah, and this is just a warm up. This is my first time.
I think this is going really well.
A microphone and a camera.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know how many times you've done this, but this is definitely a first for me. And I'm sure, this was kind of off the cuff and we hit on some things, but I think it'll be more structured in the future. We'll probably do some home buy-in seminars. I'd love for you to help me do some home buy-in.
Yeah, we could talk more about like coaching and our business. We didn't even touch on that yet either.
We didn't really talk about EXP and that model. And we can certainly talk about, how to sell a house, how to buy a house, what to expect during the process, what questions to ask your agent, because I know I'm not going to serve everyone. I don't have capacity for that. So, I can at least help you and your agent communicate better, because a lot of it is just not knowing.
Yeah. So, that's what I've been telling realtors and is it really real estate's an information game.
It's an information
and that's
game.
why it can be really easy for people to just publish stuff and use Twitter and use Instagram and just publish info for people, because people just truly don't know
That's right.
how to do things. Like, I don't
That's
know
right.
how to buy a house, really. I don't need to buy a house at the moment, but I want to know, especially even like with
Yes.
taxes and stuff, dude. Just one of those things that you really need to know.
Absolutely. We can
but a lot
talk
of people
about how to
just don't.
incorporate yourself and how to pay less taxes, but pay your fair share. And so yeah, there's so much we can talk about for the next year or so.
And that's what
I'm
we're going to do.
excited.
We're going to talk. I'm going to talk with other entrepreneurs and business leaders.
We're going to get this camera angle figured out so that we can.
Yeah, and the cordage and all.
Yeah, we're all over the place right now, but that's okay. This is raw. This is what it is.
Yeah, but I have a few other people I'm going to talk with in the works too. I know I have one of my friends, Danny. He wants to get on us. He's the owner of College Movers and High Tech Detailing.
I actually used him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the power of network and connection.
And then one of my good friends, Matt Ham, co-owner of Uprint and Faith in Business. And then I have a few other special guests. I'm going to actually have to Zoom because they don't live here.
Cool.
So we have some big podcasts in the works, but
yeah, and we're going to be bringing my coaches on at some point as well.
Yeah, this is just more of a test run to say the least, but I think it went really well.
Cool.
And I'm excited for the future. Let us know what you want.
Yeah.
I'm gonna base this off of really general business, but obviously I do focus on marketing, and so I want to focus really on both because I think business and marketing goes hand in hand with business.
Absolutely, and it's not just about one type of business. This is really, to me, this is more about entrepreneurship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a shareholder. I am not an employee, so to speak. Jack is a shareholder of his business. So we're all, we are more along the lines of shareholder conversations and entrepreneurial conversations versus not that there's not a place for everything else, because there is, but that's really where our passion is. Mm-hmm. When you say that most of the people you work with are self-employed entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I mean, I could easily make a podcast just on marketing alone and be fine, but I think general business is more important for helping other people too.
Absolutely.
Like you said something that I just want to publicize on social media already, that's going to help other people, quote it and make an Instagram post about it.
Yeah.
But there's so many things you can learn from different industries too. So like there's moving and detailing, there's real estate and barbecue.
Absolutely. And it's all, so what we're saying is it's all the same. Mm-hmm. The process to get there, it may not be identical, but you're going to take the same steps, whether you're doing barbecue, whether any business you're going to build it from the ground up, unless you buy something existing and then you won't have any love or passion for it because you didn't do it.
Or it's a family business.
Or a family business where
which
you
has
take
already
it to
been
the
built.
next level. Yeah. And that's different too. There's a lot of respect for people that inherit things and take it further, Yeah. So,
well, cool, I'm excited for the future.
Let's do this.
This went really well. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.